There we go. Now we're recording. Okay, welcome everyone. Welcome to our meeting, the first annual Women's Intuitive Retreat. Yay! It's all about discovering your power within. So we're here tonight to talk about the retreat that's coming up, July 13th and 15th at Shekinah Resort. It's 45 minutes north of Saskatoon. Just getting started here, just talking a little bit about the retreat. It's all about igniting your inner power. It's about igniting your inner spirit. It's all about time for you to take out to enjoy the nature. It's just a beautiful resort. It's you're gonna come there with beautiful accommodations, a relaxing atmosphere. The food is phenomenal. You're gonna love the food. It's gonna be so amazing. And you're also gonna love meeting like-minded women. You know, we're all so connected, and as women, by us being together and sharing in that time, in that space, we're gonna come there. Maybe some of us will be strangers, but leaving that, we're all gonna be connected. My dog. So, you know, some of the reasons, somebody at the door, and they like to bark, so there's some of the reasons why, what you're holding back. Can you guys hear me? Yeah? Okay, so, you know, some of the things, if you're thinking that you're not going to know anyone, or who's going to look after the kids, who's going to look after the family, and that you just can't afford it right now, you know, those are questions I'm sure some of you have. But you got to know the benefits of a retreat is all about you. It's all about finding your state of relaxation, your inner peace, and that's what we're going to be offering you at this retreat. The ability to go within, to connect with like women. Because, you know, so many of us, we're such nurturing women, and we're always helping people that we forget about ourselves. And that's what this retreat is all about, is to open up and for you to relax. Everything's going to be planned out for you, so you don't have to worry about that. You can just come there, enjoy the time, enjoy the people. You know, and there's a lot of self-care that you can do. Retreats are really good for that. And also, it also helps you get inspired. When you unplug and get away from your day-to-day life, and you start connecting with other people and with nature, you really can find out who you truly are. So many of us are searching and looking for that power, and looking for, you know, what am I here to do? What's my purpose in life? And you won't find that until you have an opportunity to go within and look at your spirit and look at what you truly, and connect with it, what you're truly here to do. And by coming to this retreat, you're going to be meeting some amazing facilitators that are devoted their lives to helping women and others too, how to, you know, to expand, how to connect with your mind, your body, and your spirit. Because once you can do that and you become whole, you'll be amazed at what you're able to do. I have a couple ladies here. Tammy Chamberlain was to be here to join us. She's the yoga instructor. She's actually an 8-year breast cancer survivor. And she has found yoga to help her with her healing journey. And I have attended her classes. She couldn't join us tonight. She sends her regrets. However, she does want to send the message that with her yoga, it's very gentle. It's all about stretching, very, very, very gentle. And it's really connecting and closing that mind chatter, closing that down or bringing that down so that you can really connect to yourself. So I love her classes. We're going to be doing it in the morning and then at night. So it's going to help us relax and have a really good night's sleep. So you will be meeting Tammy, though. I'm hoping to have another Zoom in a couple weeks, and so you can meet her as well. Because it's all about, you know, coming to meet us and finding out who we are and what we do. So I want to start off with thanking Cheryl for helping me plan the event. She has her business Planning Your Success event, so she's been really helping with the posters, helping advertising, helping with a lot of behind the scenes work. And I really want to thank you for that, Cheryl, because I don't think I could do it without you. It's a lot of work planning this retreat, and I want to thank you for that. So I want to next introduce to you Belinda Ferguson. She is going to be doing the vision boards with us, and she really has a good story to share. So I'm just going to let her jump in and tell us who she is and to tell us what she's going to be offering at the retreat. And yeah, so I'm just going to get her to come on board here. And here, welcome, Belinda.
Hi, how is everybody? Good.
Awesome, awesome.
Okay, so
So,
go ahead.
yeah, go ahead. Someone
okay.
just chimed in. That's good.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I was really pleased when I got your request to join in and share my vision boards. So everybody does vision boards differently. So like some people just put them on cardboard and away they go. I've taken a class actually and how to do it and how to activate them and get results. And then when you're not getting your results, then you're looking within to see what your blockage may be for not getting exactly what you think you need to have. As we grow spiritually, and that's, I'm going to jump in with I've taken a whole bunch of classes and courses, different modalities, didn't quite understand how they were all going to work together or if they were going to work together, but I just trusted in the process that, okay, I take the Akashic records, taken access bars, and the Reiki, and then the one that really I spent a lot of time in because I was stuck on so many different levels was working with HemiSync. And HemiSync is balancing the left and right side of your brain so they work together in communication. Mm-hmm. And from there, I actually took psychokinesis. So that's moving matter with your mind. And I finally, after 3 years, was able to bend my spoon. So I'm like, okay, I'm it makes sense now I got that synchronicity, but it didn't make when this past fall, Maureen had done a class coming out of the spiritual closet. So by trade, I'm a realtor. So I was a realtor here, and then I was a spiritual being here. And I was really battling within myself of, what's my purpose? What am I supposed to be doing? And I was just kind of all over the place. And people were like, hurry up and do something. And you've got all this stuff. And they could see it, but I couldn't see it yet. So when I took the class with Maureen, which was online, I wasn't able to do it each week. So I just kind of went through it on my own after. And it was like, bang. Oh dear, it all made sense on what the vision boards, how they were going to pull in, and all the modalities. So, yeah, so that's kind of, it's all integrating, working wonderfully together.
Isn't that awesome how you can bring all the knowledge that you have and bring it into these vision boards and to teach others how to do that? Because you're right, we're all have so many different modalities that we've taken and we don't know how to bring it all together. So I'm so excited that you're going to be able to do that at the retreat and teach us how to bring out our purpose on that board and how we can adapt our healing modalities to make that a reality in our life. That's so cool.
Yeah.
Can you tell the group on your vision board, can you tell them something that's really happened to you, that you've really been working on and it's come true?
Oh, lots of things. I worked lots with, and did lots of manifesting. So I was able to manifest quite rapidly and with success, but I had scattered things. So putting them all together on a vision board really helped to bring them in clarity. Example being, I wanted to find a place where I could work and do healing and work with being at the lake. I needed to be back close to the water. So that's what one section was to actually find somewhere to put our trailer that was year round. One of the first campgrounds that opened up, privately owned, on Lost Mountain Lake. It was a bald-headed prairie, And my spouse says to me, he says, okay, I found a place, because I told him we're going to manifest together, and I let him do his thing. I trusted the process. He found a location, and it was several things that I had asked for, which was fabulous. We basically created a front row lakeside lot when everything was full. So
awesome.
yeah, it was.
Wow.
Yeah.
You just gave me
that one for
goosebumps.
an example. Yeah. So that was just, and
Yeah.
that's where I do a lot of my lives and everything from my rock at the campground.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Belinda. Thank you so much for being with us in July. I'm looking so forward to doing my vision board and making more things happen in my life, because I do believe the universe is abundant. And when we put down what we want, because how can it give us something if we don't know what we want, right? So by the vision boards, we're able to lay it out and say, okay, universe, this is what I'm desiring, bring it on, and it happens. So yay, yay, that's awesome. Cool. Thank you so much. Okay, I'm going to mute you for now, but I might come back to you if there's some more things that come up. So thank you so much.
Hey, thank you.
Awesome. Thank you. Okay, so awesome. All right, so vision boards are going to be so much fun. We're going to start it off with the retreat with the vision board, and we're going to go through the process. And then at the end of the retreat, we're going to be adding some more to the vision boards and making sure that before you leave the retreat, you know exactly what you need to do to manifest those things in your life, right, Belinda? Yes. Okay. So now I'd like to introduce another amazing lady that's going to be part of the retreat, one of our facilitators. Her name is Michelle Brass, and she is a journey dance instructor. I've taken a few of her classes. Tell you, one of my classes we did a session where we got to meet one of our spirit guides, and I was so amazed at that feeling, because I could feel my guide right beside me. And I just love that connection. And I felt so warm and so loved. So I'm going to just let Michelle jump in here and talk about her journey dance, how she got started with it, and what she's going to be offering at the retreat. Okay, so here is Michelle. Welcome.
Hi, thank you. Sorry, my lighting isn't very good.
It looks great.
Best I can here in the room. Yeah, so Journey Dance is something that I've been doing for many, many years. Well, not many years, for about 5 years now. But prior to that, it's something that I had been looking for a long time. So it took me a while to find Journey Dance, and then I did. So, and I just want to shout out to Belinda too, because I actually ended up, when I discovered Journey Dance and figured out how I was going to get the training, I found the facilitator. Anyway, I stuck like the poster that I found on my vision board, and then things just like naturally happened after that, but it was central on that. So I have done that and love it and have found it to be useful in my life too. So Journey Dance is part of that. So for me, Journey Dance, you know, you're mentioning different modalities. It has been one of the most powerful modalities I found in my life to bring in personal healing, connection with who I truly am, expression of who I am, and also connecting with other like-minded people. And it's a very, it's a practice, much like yoga is a practice. Journey Dance is also a practice. And so essentially I love to dance. And when I was on a journey of discovering what I truly wanted to do, one of the things I was looking back at was my past and what lit me up the most. And dancing is one of them, and that's freestyle dancing. And so I looked into dance classes, and I couldn't find anything in Saskatchewan. It was either Zumba classes, which are fun, or choreography, right? So there was like Zumba and Belly Fit, or there was like adult dance classes for performance. And I didn't really enjoy either of those. I wanted freestyle dance where I could move the way my body wanted to move and express myself. And I stumbled across Journey Dance online, and I looked at it and I thought, this is exactly what I need to do. Stuck it on my vision board. And then I managed to get out to the training, and I had never experienced a Journey Dance session before. And I went straight into the 1 week training. And we went in that night and we just did the Journey Dance experience. And I had no idea what I was getting into. I had no idea that it was a healing dance. I had no idea that it was going to have such a profound effect on me, that not only that evening, but affect the rest of my life. So it has become such a major part of my life. So essentially what it is, you know, and I did my training in July of 2014. And then I did my module 1, I did module 2 that following November, and then a year later, module 3. Like, so I just like went and did the whole program. And now every year I connect with all of the Journey Dance staff and teachers and facilitators. So the biggest question we have a bit of a marketing problem in Journey Dance, because people are always like, what is Journey Dance? What is it you do exactly? And it's the hardest thing to describe. It's something you really do need to experience, but I'll do my best. So like Journey Dance is not aerobics. It's not a dance class. I'm not showing you moves to follow at the front. It's not choreography. But what it is freestyle dance class. I do provide structure. In the class, there is some structure, and I do provide movement suggestions and imagery. And the reason it's called Journey Dance is because throughout the experience, we go on this journey of self-discovery, self-expression, and just self-realization. And every experience is different. So you had mentioned the one where we had done this process. There's a lot of different processes that are part of the experience. And you mentioned the one that was the meeting your, you know, we'll say our inner spirit guide or our inner spirit self or our inner wise one, whatever that is. Sometimes that's part of it. We'll do another one that is like shedding an old skin, you know, and releasing, you know, things that no longer serve us, or like the old criticisms that we play over and over in our heads. We have processes to release that. We do one now that's about busting out of the box. So like the box of all the voices of, I should be this way. And I, you know, or you mentioned the coming out of the spiritual closet, right? And the pressure to be professional versus woo woo. and how do you bring those together, and all the different voices that we can encounter. And so we have these processes that we do in the dance. So what we do in Journey Dance is we create connection. We create connections first with ourself, getting into our bodies. And so like so much of our lives are spent in our heads, right? We're thinking all the time and in our head. And so what Journey Dance does is that it puts us into our body. It brings us into our body right away. And so we get into our body and we get that connection with self and with body. And then we get that connection with the energy, with the earth, with our surroundings, with the energy in the room, the energy of the other dancers. And then there is a little bit of some of the dance. What we do is internal work, but it's also partner work. Not necessarily partner like staring at people, but we connect and we notice the other people in the room. And so it creates this beautiful sense of connection. And Journey Dance for me has been so it has fed me on so many levels. You know, it's fed my body through movement. It has fed my spirit through that connection. It has fed me socially, like just emotionally, to see people. And this is the thing, is that when we're on the dance floor, we show up as we truly are, who we are today, not who we wish we want to be, who we aspire to be, although that's part of it, you know, but it's who we are today, and not who we were back in the past 6 years ago, you know, or an aspirant. So it's really about self-acceptance as well. So it is an emotional experience, it's a spiritual experience, it's a physical experience. So it's all of those things at once. And it's also, if you're familiar with chakras, it's also a chakra dance. And so you'll notice when we dance together that we'll start with the root chakra. And I don't specifically say this. I don't say, okay, now we're opening our root chakra, and now we're moving up. Like, but if you're familiar with them, you will notice that throughout the dance, that we're opening all of them up, or that we're tending to those chakras. And so we'll start low, and we get into our bodies, and then we get to know the room, and we expand, and then we have a little fun with some funky music and connect with one another. And then we do something that's called evocative emotion. So I'll play music that is meant to evoke emotion. And so the other thing we see in Journey Dance is we tell our story to the dance floor. So whatever it is that we're bringing forward that day. So maybe it's something that came up during this, the vision board exercise, and learning about that. Maybe there's a limiting belief, or something that just, some, you know, situation that came up just before coming to the retreat that's been bothering you, or a long-standing thing. We can just tell our story and through our body to the dance floor and let it out that way. And then we'll go through a process. So sometimes it's busting out of the box, meeting a spirit self, or a helper. That one will always be different. So you'll get to experience a few different ones over the weekend. And then we move into more of a celebratory, empowered part of the dance. And then we connect again. And then we move into our heart and we do these beautiful heart dances, sometimes with scarves, sometimes without. We move into a prayer dance. And then we end in like Shavasana, like you would in yoga. We end in bliss. We call it bliss in Journey Dance, where we just release back into the earth and we let everything, we let it all settle and integrate. We just like want integration after that experience. And so that's kind of what you'll experience in a Journey Dance session of say 60 to 90 minutes. And then Journey Dance itself, I can do weekend retreats myself. That's all based on Journey Dance, where we would do each of the different elements alone and spend a couple of hours exploring each one. So there's a lot of different things that you can do with it. But it has by far, second to just ceremonies that I participate in, so second only to that, has been the most powerful modality for change and connection in my life. It has made such a difference. I have let go of so much stuff. I have just come to the dance floor and let it all out and cried. Oh, and this is the other thing. The first Journey Dance experience I ever had, I was like dancing and then I was crying. I'm like, oh my gosh, why am I crying? But because I was having this emotional release, it was coming up through my body. And that's what it's meant to do. So Journey Dance is also a place to bring those emotions. So if they do arise, that is normal. That's what it's for. And we let it go there as well. So we also say in Journey Dance that you need to feel it to heal it. But you only do as much or as little as you want as well. There's no pressure. The movement, you can dance as slow or as energetic as feels good to you. And when it comes to the emotion, again, it's only what you're willing and ready and prepared to do. It's your experience. So it's not dictated to you. So really, I'm just holding some space and providing some structure and guidance for us to come together and have a beautiful experience through dance, through movement, through connection with one another. To just experience ourselves in our bodies, experience our spirit selves, and to experience what it really means to connect with one another.
Exactly. That's so awesome. You explained it so good. They should pick you as a spokeslady to talk about it because you explained it so well. That's so awesome. And it's so true. We hold so much in our bodies and we don't even realize until we start moving it and start swaying it around where we're actually with all the crap that we're holding on to, right? So I know the first time I did it too, I just felt like a lot of release, and I actually felt really grounded to Mother Earth as well. So it's a really good grounding exercise as well. And I don't think I was sweating, I can't remember, but it was so much fun that I didn't have to think about how to move around. I could just be me. And that's the best part of it. So yeah, so thank you, Michelle. I'm just gonna put you on mute for now. And I'm going to ask the group if there's any questions, but I do want to add one more thing before I get to the questions, is that I am going to be doing a nature walk. And the purpose of the nature walk, I can't talk, is to get us grounded to the space that we're at, and also to connect with the trees, to connect with Mother Nature, and maybe possibly connect to the fairies. I'm asking Creator to show us what we need to connect with, because there's so much in nature that we don't become aware of. It's going to really unplug us and get us ready for the retreat so we can do all of this healing work or whatever we need to do. Everybody's going to come there for a different reason, whether it's just for quiet time, whether it's just to connect with people, whether it's just to have a really good night's sleep because the kids have been after you for weeks and weeks and weeks. Whatever that is, that purpose is going to be filled. And when I'm going to be asking people, as we get closer to the event, I'm going to be asking people to set an intention of why they're coming to the retreat, because that really helps telling the universe what you want to get out of that retreat. And it really works, because when I went to Sedona a few years ago, I set an intention. There was 2 things that I wanted or desired, and it happened. So intention setting is very, very important. And I'm going to get people to do that so that they can make sure that things happen, that they get something out of this retreat, because it's not a lot of money. I kept the cost really low, just enough to cover the meals and accommodations, because it's all about you guys. It's all about me giving back and thanking you for being on this journey. And I'm going to be talking about, I just got a chat here. I'm just going to check quick. Oh, Mention everything is included. Oh yes, thank you, Cheryl. See, she's always keeping me in line. So thank you. Yes, everything is included in your registration, your accommodations, your meals, the events, the journey dance, the vision boards, the yoga, the money workshop that I'm going to be doing, the nature walk. Everything is included. So you don't have to come with anything other than to get your gas to get there. But in the money workshop, I'm actually going to be talking about what if everything that you've been taught or learned about money, wealth, and abundance was incorrect? What about that? What if you were willing to look at the infinite possibility instead of the problems of money? What if living in total abundance is a question starting to receive? When something isn't changing, you have to look at it from a totally different place, especially with money. So there's 4 techniques that I'm going to be teaching that's going to help you, because it's helped me. And I believe when things help me, I love to share. And that's what I'm going to be doing in the workshop, and so much more. So you guys have to come and check it out. We are going to have another Zoom in a couple weeks. I don't know which date yet, but we'll figure that out. But if there's any questions, I see Colleen's here. Hi, Colleen. Nice to see you. Michelle's here. Nice to see you. And oh, somebody else is on the phone. I'm not sure who that is. If you want to unmute yourself, or I can unmute you, just put up your hand. If you have a question for Belinda, for Michelle, or for myself about the retreat, or if something's just want more clarification. But if not, that's okay, because I said we'd be about a half hour tonight. It's just more or less just to introduce ourselves, tell you a little bit about the retreat, but we want to tell you more. We want you to feel comfortable. It's going to be a very safe place for you to come, and don't worry about not knowing anybody, because when you leave, we're going to be a little group, and we're all going to be connected. So yeah, okay, it's going to be a safe environment to come to. So is there anything you guys want to add? Cheryl, Belinda, Michelle, are we good? Okay, guys, enjoy your Friday night. Thank you for coming to the Zoom, and I'll see you soon. And thank you, Belinda, Cheryl, and Michelle for joining, and everybody else for being here. I really love you guys. God bless, and talk to you soon. Good night.